Kentucky guy. People make like $50 a week giving blood, but you have to donate good blood. I don't know if there's more meth or Mountain Dew running through a Kentucky man's veins. 8. South Carolina. We've arrived in South Carolina, the 7th poorest state in America. We'll grab something off the dollar menu cause that's all we can afford tonight. South Carolina peeps are straight struggling. They have a poverty rate of 16.9%, households bringing in less than $50,000 annually, and 90% of working adults here live paycheck to paycheck. In America, 75% of full-time workers live paycheck to paycheck. That's a real big difference. As we'll see as we continue to move through this list, most of our poorest states are in the South. There are many theories as to why the South is so poor, but many economists agree that going back to Civil War days, the northern states invested in infrastructure and technology, while the South remained committed to farming. As a result, education fell behind, as did the Southern economy. 9. Nevada. Nevada is an interesting state. It ranks as the 9th poorest in the nation, but has varying levels of wealth across the state. Las Vegas and Reno are all filled with wealthy, successful people, but also have some high levels of income inequality. The rest of the state population is pretty poor and way underemployed relative to the rest of the country. You could drive 3 hours and see completely different pockets of success in Nevada. The poverty level sits at 12.9%, while unemployment measures 7.12%, the worst in the country. People here work very, very hard, but due to the lack of thriving new technology and a poor education system, it remains one of the poorer states in the nation. On the brighter side, Nevada is quickly becoming one of the more progressive states in the country. 10. Michigan. You probably didn't expect to see Michigan on this list as it ranks the 10th poorest state in America. And it did, in fact, move up some spots from last year when it didn't place in the top 10. Michiganders earn the 18th lowest incomes in America, $63,202, but they're decently employed, proving that folks in the Wolverine state are hard workers. Plus, the cost of living is so low here, that even decent salaries go a long way. However, it seems cities like Detroit and Flint make national headlines for the wrong reasons nowadays, and this ranking puts that into perspective. As the number of people experiencing homelessness increases across the country, more cities and states have passed laws making it illegal to live out of tents and cars or sleep in public spaces. More than 100 jurisdictions have had such bans on the books for years, according to the National Homelessness Law Center. In recent months, high-profile measures have been approved targeting homelessness in many western U.S. cities and across entire states. Federal data shows 582,462 people were experiencing homelessness on a single night in January 2022. Experts warn more people will enter homelessness as housing costs increase, as has been the case for decades in cities such as New York and in much of California. If visible, unsheltered homelessness continues
throughout my career. I am also an FBI National Academy graduate in Class 251, where I have law enforcement leaders from all over the country and as well all over the world who I have connections with. When it comes to the dangerous and sometimes deadly impacts of what I feel is a failed Biden-Harris administration on open border policies, the impacts of illegal immigration in California, I must say that I have a front row seat. I also served as the California State Sheriff's Association president, where I meet regularly with all other 57 sheriffs. There's 58, me being number 58, in the state of California hearing their stories. There's a few examples that I would like to be able to provide today. We have a long issue of illegal immigration in California. However, over the last 3 years of the Biden-Harris administration, we have a deadly impact of violent criminals coming into our communities. We have migrant communities of farm workers who are now infiltrated and terrorized by those that they had fled other countries from, who are now in our communities terrorizing them, threatening their children to be involved in drug trafficking, gun running, drug dealing, as well as gang
Thank you.